I was reading in the book of Luke this week, a time period when Peter was getting to know Jesus just a little bit better, and Jesus presented an opportunity to Peter, and it was very interesting how Peter responded. You know, the Lord gives us opportunities probably every day. It's important how we respond. Let's talk about that in your morning cup of inspiration. Thanks for joining me today. Listen to the story in Luke, the 5th chapter. Jesus is talking to the multitudes, and he asked Peter if he could sit in his boat as he talked to him. But when he got done, listen to what he said to Peter. He said, now when he stopped speaking, he said to Simon, launch out into the deep and let down your nets for a catch. And Simon answered and said to him, Master, we've toiled all night and taken nothing. Nevertheless, at your word, I will let down the net. Jesus gave Peter the opportunity to do something that, as we'll see as the story ends, supernatural and miraculous. Peter, on the other hand, had toiled all day. His mindset and what he knew and the logic of it all was, this doesn't make sense. Jesus is asking me to do something, and I'm looking at this logically. We haven't caught anything today. We haven't caught anything a few other days. Not to mention, I'm already cleaned my nets. It's already getting late. Peter could have had all sorts of excuses, but the one word that changed everything was that word in the fifth verse, nevertheless. His faith took over. He trusted in what Jesus was saying. Nevertheless, at your word, I will let down the net. And what happened? If you know the story, in the 6th verse, and when they had done this, they caught a great number of fish, and their net was breaking. It was miraculous. They had to call their friends over to help haul it all in. Excuse me. When they got to shore, Peter could do nothing but bow in humility and worship Jesus. And then, as you know, before the end of the day, they chose to follow Jesus. So my challenge to you today is, listen to God's voice for the opportunities today. He will have an opportunity. Do not let your logic, do not overthink it. Do not look at all the reasons why you cannot do what Jesus is asking you to do today. Look at that opportunity and say, nevertheless, at your word and at your speaking, I will obey and I will follow. God bless. I trust that helps you. Thanks for joining me for that morning cup of inspiration, and we'll see you next time.